to my new subscribers. I'm Karen, and welcome to my little crafty corner. I am doing a video for you today using the Simple Stories Simple Vintage Indigo Garden Collection. I'll have all this in the description below, so don't panic if you want to find anything. What I'm doing today that's a little bit different is, you know, the cut apart cards, the cut apart sheets. What are they called? They're the journaling cards, you know, like the photo mats, whatever you want to use them for. I really struggle with using those for what they're intended for, because the way I scrap, I don't do the typical building of normal, you know, like building my own elements and that sort of thing. Like I make them from my head, if that makes sense. So when it comes to these pre-made cards that you can cut apart and use, whilst they're a wonderful tool, hands down, they're amazing. Like, they really are, and they're beautiful. I don't use them like that. And I always get to the end of a collection and go, I've still got all these cut aparts. What am I going to do with them? So what I decided to do, so I don't get caught out by getting to the end of the collection and having nothing that I can jazz it up with, I decided I'm actually going to tackle this head on at the beginning of the collection, while I've still got enough of all the pretty stuff to finish the page off well. And I'm also, if you notice, I'm giving the Nuvo Delux adhesive another shot. This is what I thought I struggled with the Tim Holtz scissors on that bit, just FYI. I need to get the longer blade ones. The short ones, I love them. Do not get me wrong. Not dissing them at all. They're amazing. I love them. But I need to get the longer scissors. Just purely because that's what I'm used to using. The longer scissors. So, and my ever faithful scissors that I've had for easily 10 years now. I don't even know what brand they are. They're slowly but surely getting blunt. So now I've bought those ones. I'm going to get myself some longer ones, the Tim Holtz Tonic Studio, whatever they're called. I think these are the mini snips, I think they're called. And then, yeah, I want to get the bigger ones. So, okay. So, what I did was I literally got the 12 by 12 sheet. You can see it to the left there. And I just cut it in 1/2-inch strips. That's what I did. I just cut all the cards straight across and just created 1/2-inch strips. And because, I mean, I love this collection. Don't get me wrong. This is beautiful. I absolutely love this collection. And I can see me using all of it. Like, it will be all gone. And it will be on so many layouts. The other thing I'm stopping myself doing is I quite often, and I know I'm not the only one, tell me below if you do this too, I find myself stopping and I don't want to use all of it. I want to save that little bit. I've made the decision I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put as many bits on there that I want to put on there, and right from the beginning, not try and separate and try and get as much out of the pack as I possibly can, you know, that sort of, I mean, that's going to happen because that's who I am. But there I was just auditioning the black check, or buffalo check, I think you call it. Now, with this page, what I'm actually doing is, did you notice I put a few stripes up in the top corner? I did that to balance it because these ideas, sorry about the train in the background, there's only so many ways you can put a page together, right? So you're going to draw inspiration from somewhere, sometime, at some point that you've seen someone do it. I really do like the diagonal at the moment. I'm really liking that. So what I ended up doing is I did the diagonal, I did a little bit up in the top corner. I've sewn around the edges, machine stitched around the edges with a zigzag, because I think this Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Indigo Garden collection, that is a mouthful, seriously. It really lends itself to stitching, hand stitching, machine stitching. Okay, what I'm doing here is, you can see off to my right hand side, I've got the Saltwater Taffy ink. And here's another mistake. Watch what I do here. Another one. Okay, I wanted to gut this paper. I know I have literally just said I'm going to just use all the papers. Okay, to a point. I am still a Scrooge. I like to still get value out of my papers. And because this was going to just be a backing sheet, I wanted to save the pink gingham, because I'm sure with the baby photos and stuff that it's annoying now though, because look, it's really, really hard to line it all up perfectly quickly. Yes. So see how I've got it in the top corner. So I went around the edges of the sheet that I'm doing at the moment, and I went around the very back white backing sheet, and I went around with the Saltwater Taffy, because my swatch that I've got, it actually matched this paper quite well. Herein lies the problem. My swatches that you see me use, when I got all my, because I bought the whole lot in one hit, I got all my little 1-inch cubes, and I swiped them onto normal copy paper. Normal, where's mine from? The copy paper I buy is usually from, it's Reflex is the brand, and I get it from Officeworks usually, sometimes Kmart. I think the problem is I was trying to avoid having to create extra swatches, but I think I'm going to do it, because I went all the way around this and I thought, oh no, it must take a while for it to settle in. No. No. It was way too orange on the cardstock, so I had to trim the edges. I was actually trying to make this particular layout have a 1/4-inch border, white or off-white, and then have the pink have the 1/4-inch. So there was literally a 1/2 inch border around all the diagonals. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I'm still dealing with my throat, and pleased to announce so far I haven't needed to take a drink. Thank goodness. Hopefully it's getting better. It's driving me crazy. Okay. So what did I use in here? So these stickers, and you're going to see, I'm not some sort of magic genius that can put those on straight, by the way. No. I have a TV set up. If you go and have a look at my photos of, it was the zoo one, my zoo layout, my zoo double page layout. There's a couple of photos there, and you can see that I've got a TV. So I have my camera above me, and I can see it all on the TV. So when I'm doing something like that, so I don't get my head in the shot, I can actually use the TV to my, sort of like a third eye, which is pretty good. Anyway, got it all down. These stickers are all out of the Simple Vintage Indigo Garden sticker book, and I also have the enamel dots as well. So, and I have just put everything onto a piece of wax paper. Everything that I flicked through and went for, basically what I'm trying to do is, as much as when you're videoing these things, you have to plan it out to a point. There just has to be planning involved. You can't, something that I've realised is, I think for me to scrap real time with you guys, I'm going to have to consider doing lives. That's not something I'm ready to do yet, because I have no clue how to do it. But the video side of things, you just can't do it in normal normal time. You know, you think to yourself, well, hang on, and you flick through the book and you find one sticker and then you go, oh, hang on, I think I saw another one. I'll flick back through the book. You can't do that when you're on the video. It just makes it too cluttered and drag out, and then the editing process. And what I'm trying to do is be as authentic to myself as I can possibly be. What I'm putting on there at the moment are some word sentiments that are in the sticker book, and I wanted them to run along the half-inch strip, just to add extra definition so it doesn't just look like a big chunk. So yes, see, I do love these scissors. They're fantastic. They're really, really good, and they're much better for my hands because I have the smaller hands. Sorry if you can hear that car. I've got my window open because it's a beautiful day. It's a little bit warmer today than it has been, but for Easter Monday, it is pretty good. That's the sticker book. I knew that it came up here. As much as I have tried to not sort of go back and flick through, I've pulled out as much as I thought I would use, but I'm all about balance. I have to have, if I've got something on one side, I've got to have it on the other side, just so it's balanced. I did put the sticker on the bottom of one photo and I didn't put one on the other. For some reason, my brain's okay with that, but everything else has to have duplicates. Like, I don't know. I'm just nuts. So I did go around. Okay, so when I removed the Saltwater Taffy Distress Ink, when I took that off the edge, I ended up using weathered wood. So Distress Ink and weathered wood. See, there's the words. There's just heaps of them in there, and I thought normally I use them sparingly, but I think that's where I'm coming unstuck because I end up with so many supplies left over, and I'm not one that buys a collection. I don't buy an entire collection. I buy the few things that I know I'm going to use because I get sick of papers. Like, I don't think I could ever, like, buy... I realised I didn't glue that down. Whoops. I struggle with the bending of my fingers to get enamel dots on these days. Yeah, I really struggle with having to have a full-blown collection. I find it hard enough even just buying... Well, it's not hard. It's just... I don't want to be creating videos with the same product week in, week out. I don't want to buy a kit from a club or something, or whatever they call them. I don't want to buy a whole one and have the ephemera pack, the stickers, all the papers, the specialty papers and all of that, because I want to try bits and pieces from different people, different companies, different countries even, you know. Okay, I'm not the best at this, but what I wanted to do, because this is a charcoal plaid, I wanted to just add a little bit of white accent in there because they're just stickers, and I didn't raise them up. I didn't try and do anything like that. I wanted to use them just as they're intended, just flat as they're intended. They look really, really nice. I did, after all this, I did add a butterfly above the end, or the ampersand, and I went around a few things, and I think it looks really good. I love it. It's a simple layout. It works for me. Hopefully it works for you too. And thank you so much for all my your subscribers have just blown my mind that you like what I do. I'm planning on doing a layout, as I've said, a layout every other day. Sometimes I'll chuck an extra one in. And this is the close-ups of my page, and I hope you like it. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe so you don't miss when I load up another video. No worries. Thanks, guys. Hope you've had a good Easter. Thanks so much, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.